Sort of the magic of what Frances has done with Florist Review and also our sister publication, Super Floral Retailing, and the book publishing side of our company is that when it started out over 20 years ago, the magazine wasn't doing very well, and we've become the industry leader, and we've grown into 2 magazines, and really imagining that Topeka, Kansas is the epicenter for floral education in the United States and quite possibly the world, it's pretty impressive.
Frances made Florist Review the leading and the only magazine you needed in the floral industry.
To describe Frances Dudley's role in the floral industry is difficult because she plays so many. She's obviously a reporter. Publications help us understand what's going on in all different facets of the floral business. She's an educator. She's an historian. She's a cheerleader.
She's functioned in all capacities on there. She's been an editor, layout, publisher.
Every aspect of the company is something that she regularly investigates and watches over. Every penny, every photo, every word that's printed is, you can really bet that she's going to be on that and know what it is and know what it's about and knows where it's going.
She's put together an amazing run. I've been a visionary. I think she's made some very strategic moves that other people didn't. Was a little bit ahead of her time in a lot of areas. Financially very savvy, a great leader, puts together a good team, and she's been highly successful.
Another really amazing talent of Frances is to recognize people and see their potential. I think that's the reason we have such an interesting group of folks that work at Florist Review, is she has the ability to seize on a personality that will really work together.
She has a great enthusiasm for what she does and a genuine curiosity. And it's that curiosity that takes her different places, and she looks to see how the industry is evolving and tries to anticipate trends and changes. It's that natural curiosity and intellect that she brings to the table.
She's a very creative person. I also think like each magazine that she puts out is a project, so she gets to see something from beginning to end and start the process over and try to figure out how to make the next magazine a little bit better than the previous one.
One of the things that I think Frances is enormously proud of is the Centennial History book that was published when we turned 100. Now, not everybody has been around here for 100 years, but we have 100 years of history under our belt, and I know she's enormously proud of that. It was a total labor of love. A lot of Topekans may not recognize Florist Review as being a company that's really important in this community. One of the reasons is that we're such a national and worldwide company that most of our interests are outside of Topeka.
And I think she has a product that appeals to a lot of people. Her product is sold nationally and internationally. She has customers overseas, a lot of domestic customers. She's grown that market since she's had that publication.
We've developed business partnerships with a lot of developing countries. Just recently, Frances went to Africa and saw the growers that are developing farms in Africa. In Colombia, South America, 20 years ago, there were hardly any flowers that were coming to the United States from Colombia. But today, more flowers are sold in the United States that are grown in Colombia than any other place. That's really pretty darned exciting when you're right here in Topeka, Kansas, and you're dealing with the entire world.
I know that she's a good employer, and so that's one of the things I'd say. She has good employees that are good participants in the community. She's always been a good participant in the community.
She's become very involved with K-State and the hospital there for animals, and has done some fundraisers, and that's really a passion and love of hers. She's a big horse enthusiast. I know she shares that love of horses and riding with her daughter.
Well, I think her family's been very supportive. I mean, she's very close relationship with her daughter. Her husband, Tom, very supportive. He's also a very astute business person in his own right, so I think that they share a lot of ideas and bounce ideas off each other. And I know that she likes to travel, and I think her and Tom enjoy that, and I think she enjoys that because it gets her a chance to relax, give her some inspiration for some other ideas, a chance to see how other parts of the world work, and actually maybe sometimes just to get away from the office.
When Tom and Frances started dating, Bob and I were so excited. Tom was already a good friend of ours as well. Coming from the floral industry and being one of the leaders in the floral industry, we'd had many good times with Tom. So when Frances and Tom were married, the four of us became very close friends and have traveled the world together.
They've made it a family business. They are proud of the fact that theirs is a family business. And she's used it as a way to cement her relationships in her own family, you see. And I've tried to emulate that, seeing Hillary trot around the world with her mom, Frances, and make it an adventure and an experience is something, frankly, that we tried to emulate and copy here and try and do the same thing with our kids.
I think Frances is just a very, very good person. I think it starts there. I think she's a great visionary, and I think she has the ability to see strategically where she wants to get, and then has the ability to knows how to get there.
She plays a role at the very center of the industry, and it's because of her personality that she can do that, and that we all warmly seek her out for information, for knowledge, for trends that she thinks will be impacting our industry.
She recognizes opportunities and really does seize those opportunities and makes them all that they can be.
She had a good plan. She's always been a big planner, a visionary, be able to look ahead, and she put it together and made it work. And she never looked back. And as a matter of fact, it's just been onward and upward since then for her.